For more than a decade, The Jeffersons stood as one of the most groundbreaking and successful sitcoms in television history, celebrated for its sharp humor, social commentary, and unforgettable characters. George Jefferson, played by Sherman Hemsley, became an icon, loud, unapologetic, and often offensive, yet written in a way that forced audiences to confront uncomfortable truths about race, class, and prejudice in America. However, by the mid-1980s, the very edge that once made The Jeffersons powerful began to work against it. The scene most often linked to the show's end came during its later seasons, when a heated exchange leaned heavily into racial insults and exaggerated stereotypes without the balancing warmth or resolution that earlier episodes handled so carefully. In this moment, George's insults, once clearly framed as satire, felt harsher, more mean-spirited, and less self-aware. Viewers who had grown with the show felt the joke went too far, crossing from social commentary into discomfort. Network executives reportedly received a noticeable rise in complaints, not just from viewers, but from advertisers who were becoming increasingly cautious as television entered a more sensitive era. The cultural climate of the mid-1980s was changing rapidly, and audiences were beginning to expect sitcoms to evolve emotionally rather than rely on shock value. While The Jeffersons had always walked a fine line, this scene made it clear that the balance was slipping. Ratings were already declining, cast members were growing tired, and critics began calling the show repetitive and out of step with modern television. Although CBS never officially stated that one scene caused the cancellation, insiders later admitted it symbolized a larger issue: the show's refusal to significantly update its formula. Norman Lear's socially bold style had helped redefine sitcoms in the 1970s, but by 1985, networks were shifting toward softer, more character-driven comedy. That infamous scene came to represent the moment when The Jeffersons stopped feeling provocative and started feeling stuck. Shortly afterward, the network chose not to renew the series, ending its 11-season run. In hindsight, the scene didn't destroy The Jeffersons on its own, but it perfectly captured why the show could no longer survive the changing television landscape. Even so, its legacy remains untouchable, a sitcom that dared to say what others wouldn't, even if it ultimately paid the price for pushing too hard, for too long.